Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Battle Chasers Nightwar. So I must confess I have not actually had time to play this since the last episode, the last session. So I'm a little bit not behind. Well, I am behind. We are underleveled, underpowered, and generally in trouble here. Which is gonna make this kinda interesting. Let's go for the spider first. I can... Oh. Huh, by pressing Y we get to see our... Some of these are pretty good, actually. Defeat 100 enemies in Strongmont. Increased EXP gain by 10% for all heroes. Defeat 30 spellcasters. Magic defense up by 4. That's really helpful. The rune spider... We already got that. So we can just see the details on both of these guys. That's cool. I like that. It's not going to make that much of a difference here, but that's fine. Why do I keep pressing Y? I've been playing... Oh, it's because I've been playing Persona way too much. Yeah, let's see if I can kill the... Let's see if I can kill the spider. I don't think that bleed's going to be enough to take it out. But that's okay. The bleed will probably take it out on the next turn. Let's do... Shadow Whip. Unfortunately, we had the damage down, I believe. But yeah, so we're... I don't really know where to put myself as far as this goes. I'm gonna do this just in case. Kill the spider just because. Curse. Interesting. Wait, for 5 battles? Huh. Okay, Curse of Bargus is mean. Let's see, Healing Touch, not Healing Wave. And... anything. I guess we'll just do an ambush. So that'll heal Calibretto back up to full. Okay, so we could probably make this work. I'm not in that big of a situation. As far as, like, fighting these guys. Oh, he has crazy shields. I didn't even realize it, but he's got like an absurdly high, Wait, Curse of Bargus. On death, passes the curse to the hero that landed the killing blow. Interesting. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna throw myself very slowly and very painfully into this, this next dungeon. Kind of like what I was doing earlier. I'm gonna maybe back out and do some, like, off-camera grinding. Like I've been doing for most of this series. But I'll have to do that later once I've actually had the time to like sit down and do so. I've been focusing most of my time on finishing Persona 5 this entire week. So like everything else has kind of fallen off. Because, like, at this point, that game has gone on far too long, so I got kind of extremely tired of it. And so I, like, just binged the crap out of it the rest of the way. Which actually worked out really well, as far as things are considered, but, like... It means my backlog for almost everything is... gone. That shield is the worst. I guess I could do, like, piercing damage, but, like, oof. That shield's for, like, hundreds of HP. Ow. Well, it's okay. We'll get him down. Just very slow, very painful fights against this guy. I guess let's do a Purify, though. I guess Purify really doesn't heal as much as I'd like it would. Like, I'd like for it to heal. Whatever. But once we get up to level 20 and get the associated level 20 equipment... this will get a lot easier. It's just until then. Oof. Okay, so we've already done a Shadow Whip. We could do a Burst. We could do a Reaper. Reaper would do tons. But I think I'm just going to keep cycling Soul Shard and whatnot. Mostly saving for heals. Speaking of... Yeah, because even though we're underpowered, we do actually kind of have enough healing power to deal with this. As long as we're not running into any enemies that are like particularly... Oh, He still got the heal off. Okay. Why does Calibretto get the heal off? There's a second wave. Okay, this is fine. But all of these guys have the Curse of Bargus on them. So we might have to deal with that. Alright, that's going to be a worry. Now, I have heard they've patched this game a fair bit since when it actually came out. Which I guess was only like 5 days ago or something like that. So there might actually be a possibility that they've kind of smoothed out some of the issues. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Because I'd love for them to honestly just turn on like a ×2 experience booster as just default. That would probably be the best way of handling things. Let's see, do we do... I guess honestly, we do Burst Purify. Let's get rid of that poison. That's the easiest, most useful thing I can do here. Thank you, fire. Okay. Of course, the unfortunate side effect of having Red Monica here is she more or less keeps killing the cursed creatures over and over and over again, which means that Curse of Bargus is going to stack up real fast. That is a ton of EXP, though. I mean, 7 battles and they gain a level. Well, no, that was a 2-wave battle. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, you know what I can do today? Let's go back to the Southern Wilds for a second. We had stuff to do in the area. Let me just get my bearings. I think I know where it is. Cause we got the skull of what's his face. Wait, what's this? Question mark, question mark, question mark? There's something buried here. Dig it up. Oh, we got a Greater Tome of Knowledge just randomly on the ground. Okay. Now, it looks like I will have to fight these guys here, but that's not the end of the world. Especially because we actually need to defeat 100 enemies in Deadwatch. Ooh. Yeah, by doing so, increases will by 3 for all heroes. Yeah, that's worth. And these guys are going to prove a fine challenge without being insurmountable. I do think if I'm going to be doing the grinding, I'll probably go back up to Crazy Curse Town, but this is fine for now. Let's see how much EXP we get, though. Because that's the one thing. This game gives you bonus EXP for fighting something higher level than you. And it is 21. I mean, it was also a bat, so that kind of offsets it too. Hard to say. But yeah, we've got a side quest in this area that we can get done. So I will say this might also be a bit of a shorter episode than usual. I've got D&D tonight, and it was either it's either short episode or no episode for me. And so I'm still gonna try and get, you know, a fair amount done. But if we end before really doing anything major, that is why. It is fun having all these games to play all the time and having, you know, such a diverse group of games. I don't know. There's so many fun and cool games that I get to play every single day. But sometimes my schedule is just like, oh, you wanted to get everything done. Nope. Pick and choose. So I'm picking and choosing, and then trying to fit in everything else in the small gaps. Okay, so that was actually worth a fair bit more EXP. So yeah, fighting those guys aren't so bad. Like, it's not so bad. But let's go into the Red Grave and let's see what's in here. I might get my ass kicked. Oh. The Grave Warden. Words are etched in the base of the statue. The Grave Warden watches these sacred grounds. Buried within are the corrupt, who sought to destroy the peace Lord Chaldeus brought to these lands. As was then, so is now, a figure of eternal service. Keep the wicked bound and punished for the great Lord Chaldeus. The Red Grave, named for the blood spilt of the devoted, reminds us of their sacrifice. Grave Warden, protect us. Interesting. No, I haven't been here before. Tombstone reads, here lies W.K. Killington. Teller of Deadly Tales. Jaren. W.K. Killington amuses me. Oh, interesting. That might be the Grave Warden. So... This is probably a Kickstarter location, all things considered. Here lies Andrew Garrett. A chopper, clamper, cramper, and drinker. Dig up grave. Here lies Norman Leong. A successful banker who gathered all his gold and dove into it like he was swimming, like it was a swimming pool. Died of head trauma. Yep, Kickstarter backer reward. Tombstone reads, here lies Kenny Rickson. When old age approached, walked to the woods and let the wolves take him. There, I already dug up this grave. Okay, this is kind of fun. Tombstone reads, here lies Vincent Fatiga, picnic lighting. But yeah, we get rare goodies from these. I wonder if this resets ever. Here lies Paul George Schofield, an actor of the fullest. Actor to the fullest. For his last role, he was studying how to play death and took it a little too far. But yeah, for the name W.K. Killington, Teller of Deadly Tales, my old username was Mick Killington, MC Killington. And it was a dwarf death knight on the Rexar server, and I played as him for a good couple of years. And then that kind of transferred over to some of my other accounts. Specifically, I think my Blizzard account in general, and then also my Warframe account, which was kind of fun. Just a random aside, I don't know if it really matters, but here lies Phil Holland. He said he could outdrink a fish. He was wrong. Here lies Tom Townsend. Actually, he's real photogenic, though you couldn't tell by looking at him now. Ryan Mannion. Stole from thieves and got caught. Dig up a skeleton. I wonder, I assume everybody gets kind of to pick what they want as their epitaph. That's cool. If they run another Kickstarter for whatever their next game is going to be, I'll probably throw some more money at it. Because I'm having a lot of fun with this game. And I would actually love to be a Kickstarter backer. Though, to be totally honest, there's some kind of... not iffiness on that sort. But as a member of the press, I do actually get a number of these games free. So Kickstarters are always a little bit hard, because it's like, well, I could just not and save a lot of money. But I think this one's kind of worth it. Here lies Reinhard Paulus. Took his cats with him. They weren't happy about it. Here lies Lord Dominic, loyal to his family over his master. You find a rune-etched stone. It feels warm in your hand. You realize your hand is now trembling. A voice whispers to you, "Free me, and you shall have the power to crush the stone and remove the runes around it." What do you do? Oh, you have. Okay, crush the rune-etched stone. You crush the stone in your hand. It crumbles easily, as if age has weakened it. The runes covering it fade, and the stone is no longer hot to the touch. A wave of warm feelings rush over you. You sense you have eased the suffering of some being somewhere else, though you know not how or why. Well, this is fun. Here lies Madame Jolvari. Last seen approaching a group of small wolfmen with flowers, believing them to be friends. Whoops. Dig up a skeleton. Hooray! Should probably actually use my my burst. Burst. It's a bit excessive, but considering we're fighting easier things, it's not that important. A little excessive. But sometimes it's nice to set fire to stuff. Especially because this guy is going to die. I wonder how much longer this game is. Like, I actually get the feeling I'm pretty close to done, but it's impossible for me to tell. This could actually be a fair bit longer. Then I think. Here lies Reis Cois. We would say his murder remains unsolved, but we all know who did it. Find nothing. Like, judging by the map, we're pretty close to the end. There's, like, maybe one more area after this one. I don't know. Here lies Esther Yaram. Died of a broken heart. Daggers are known to do that. Dig up another skeleton. So unless there's, like, a whole nother area or another dungeon pops up over the course of this, we might actually only have, like, a little bit left. Which I'd say is, like, a bit of a shame, but at the same time, this is, like, actually a really quality product. This would be one of those games that if they did a follow-up sequel with a lot of, like, reused assets, I don't think I would mind. As long as they make the next one longer. Like, looking at this now, if they were to just reuse all the characters and the animations, I wouldn't mind in the slightest. I mean, that's kind of what Pokemon did for a while. No, I guess they did make new sprites, but they never really had much for animations. But, like, you know, as far as the art and the animations go, they're pretty much perfect. I would just love to play, like, an even longer Battle Chasers game. With, you know, less intermittent grind and more, like, enduring content. Or deeper content? There we go. Here lies Jessup Grun. Wore the same outfit as his brother in public. They had a duel to settle who would go home and change. Here lies Jacob Hartley, court jester who made the queen laugh a little too hard about jokes of the king in front of him. It's like we don't really have many more gravestones to read. No, we still have a number. Here lies Min Chung, juggler of fireballs and lover of flammable hair products. Whoops. Here lies Ingo Spallinger. His love of nature prevented him from fearing the large animals that live in it. Here lies Ben Pappas. We told him not to sleep under large unstable boulders, but he didn't listen. Dig up another skeleton. Interesting that they're all archers. Not that it really matters. You know, I haven't even thought about it, but I was so psyched for this game to come out so I could actually listen to the soundtrack. I actually haven't sat down and listened to the soundtrack yet. I will have to do that. Hopefully the, like, end of battle music. Well, no, I guess there could be end of battle music now that I'm thinking about it. How long is this place? I guess let's start checking out the side rooms instead of just reading graves. These are probably for the bigger Kickstarter backers. The sarcophagus is closed tightly. There's an opening on the side for a key. Words written on the side read, Argeus, for the glory of the three. Yeah, so we're going to have to look around and come back. Chronicles of the Southern Wilds, Volume 13, excerpt. One relevant passage to your surroundings stands out from this book of collected history. Forgive me, I thought if we just went along and appeased him, he would stop. He would see his own madness, but we didn't say anything. We simply made him hungrier. My only wish now is that when I die, I will see my children again. But I know I do not deserve that. I do not deserve anything. At least this way my life may mean something. Quote from Argeus, spoken hours before his death. Task of the Grave Warden. An account of Byron the Executioner's final moments. The three lay dead before him. Chaldeus tried to stand, but he had to rest on one knee. His wounds were so great, and he would not survive them. So he took the three souls while they were still in their bodies and bound them in rune-etched stones with the last dying embers of his power. They will never know freedom in the afterworld. As long as they remain in here, they must be buried and protected. See, they are never broken for all time. Yes, my lord. Will you do this thing? Of course, my lord. Will you serve me, even in death? Will you serve me? It is my honor, my lord. Tell me when you are ready. Are you ready now? Yes. Though it was Byron who entered Chaldeus' inner chamber, it was someone else entirely that left it. Something that merely resembled Byron. It did not breathe. I guess I probably shouldn't be going for those runestones, but I think we're going to do it anyway. So we've got graves to keep looking for. I assume we have to go fight that, like, Grave Warden thing. Well, let's check out the next of the big rooms. Well, there's something in here. Requires a specific key. Looks like there's a fancy sword in there, though. So we'll come back and get that in a little while. I still haven't found that key yet. Nothing in here. I could have missed a grave? Either that or we have to go fight the headsman. I've dug up all the graves, yeah? It looks like it, so I've messed up, I've missed something. Or I have to go after the, oh. Jaren Dominic. He's saying the names of the guys. RGS. So he's saying the names of the betrayers. Except for... Oh, here we are. There's more. Here lies Andy Wuttrill. Often quite angry, now his rage has subsided. Dig up another skeleton. Yeah, so we're supposed to find the 3 graves or maybe a key or something. But he's there to make sure that the 3 never escape. And I've already freed one of them. Because I wasn't paying attention. Can't Reaper. Could do a Vampiric Assault, but let's just do a Soul Shard. That'll take him out. Yeah, I like the fact that the 2 Alamon and Calibretto both have the heal at the end of battle moves. They help. Here lies Lord Jaren, absolved of morality. He watches over us silently. Dig up the grave, we get another one of them. So free me. Let's crush it again. Okay, as the rain washes the fragments of the stone from your hand, you notice a key in the dirt. Okay, so we got Argaze's mausoleum key. Here lies Randy the Nearsighted. May you be able to find your way better in the next world than you did in this one. Dig up the grave. Find nothing. Okay, oh, we have a little bit more. Thomas the Far-Fetched. He told us stories of how he would die, but we never believed them. And the other ones are not openable. Okay, so now we have the key for our Gaius, Argaeus, I don't know. Probably Argaeus' tomb. So let's go open that up, and then we'll go fight the headsman. Okay, the sarcophagus is closed tightly. There's an opening on the side for a key. Argaeus, for the glory of the 3. Open it up. Inside you see the skeleton of who you presume to be Argaeus. Similar to the graves outside, you also find a rune-etched stone. Feels warm in your hand. Free me. Crush it. You crush the stone in your hand. It crumbles as easily as if age has weakened it. So same thing as usual, and you hear screaming outside. Boss fight time. So now we can fight the headsman. The Grave Warden. Level 17 boss. Ooh, fancy. Alright, it's probably in my best interest to... Oh, I probably should have done Innervating Mist now that I'm thinking about it. Sunder is helpful, though. Let's start with a Soul Whip. And Chimera Sting. Yeah, he's going to be rough, but he doesn't do the damage over time that all the other headsmen do. Which is really helpful. If I'm too worried about this, yeah, okay, mildly worried about this. Let's start, let's just use our mana freely instead. Better to just kill this guy. It's better to just kill this guy, than try and be stingy. Because I can always go back to the inn after we're done fighting this sucker. Because we're probably going to want that anyway. Okay, so we've already got him half down, which is a good sign. Do we have anything else I can do? Nature's Boon. I like Nature's Boon, but it never really scaled well with this game. The enemies now do hundreds of damage, so it kind of makes Nature's Boon kind of worthless. Gaia's Fist ain't bad. Oh, did he? Yeah, he stunned us. That's annoying. I could hit him with a love bomb. Could assassinate him. Or just do creeping death. No, let's do none of the above. Let's do that. Let's purify. Actually, I don't think I can fix anything. Yeah, because the stun actually interrupted my actions. First, let's do a Reaper. Because this guy hurts. Whoa! Lag. Maybe I should have done an assassinate instead. Dunno. I mean, he's on his way out. He's a heavy hitter. He really is a heavy hitter. Okay, so let's do Healing Wave on self. Let's do a Vampiric Assault. Let's keep ambushing him. I know using stealth and then ambush in sequence would give it more damage, but not enough damage to make it worth it. If that makes sense. So it's easier for me to just, kind of take this slow route. Okay, here's a question. Do I have... Okay, so nothing will put me above him on the list. I guess I'll just gut punch him. I don't think we're going to take him out, though. Yeah, no. 115 damage. We got to get some better equipment at some point. But we'll be okay. And we get the Watcher of Graves, who is one of the hunts that we needed to do, I believe. Yeah, this is not the area that I meant to go to today, but that's okay. That's a whole mess of EXP. I'm just gonna pop both of these. We've got a whole bunch of extra charges anyway because of a recent perk we got for Calibretto. My thoughts are, we'll just go back and use the inn anyway at the end of this. I said this was going to be a short episode, but I guess it gets to be a regular length one. So what do we get? The sarcophagus belongs to the deceased demon hunter Edric. The inscription implies he died during one of the purges during Caldeus' time, and that Caldeus escaped his justice. Inspect the sarcophagus. We get surcoat of Sir Erdrick. Edric. I'm saying Erdrick because Erdrick was the great hero in the Dragon Quest games. It always throws me a bit off. Anyway, what's this? You see a cane with the words WKK Esquire written on it. What do? Take the cane. We get a distinguished cane. Well, that. And Coat of Sir Erdrick, which would increase his attack, but yeah, you know what? That's probably worth it. Let's go back. Alamon, equipment. I'll have to enchant the Armor of the Order properly, but the attack power bonus is nice. Let's see. So we got one last piece of loot, I believe. Here lies W.K. Killington, Teller of Deadly Tales. What? Huh. Alright, so I got the cane for, Killington's grave. But I don't know what to do with it, and I'm out of time for today. So I guess I'll figure out the mystery of Mr. Killington, between episodes. Don't know. We'll figure it out. So I guess we'll figure that out next time. So I'll see you guys then, and as always, thanks for watching. How do I quit out of this game? That's how I quit out of this game.